Back up and running, I think. Anyway, let's see. Pat says Liverpool's worst season on 1 point behind Man U. Yeah, we got a game in hand. I don't care if we beat you on goal difference, which we can't, obviously, because you've got a better one. If it's 1 point and we get into the Champions League, I don't care. I do not care if that's the case, as long as we're in Champions League. But we've got some work to do. Give us a quick look at what you're looking at. I'm looking at a TV with the game on. I can't show it, I'm afraid. What county are you from? County or what country? I'm from Ireland. It's still glitchy, right? I don't know. Let's just hope it fixes itself. I really don't know what's going on. Diego Dargoni is in and says, Hola señor. ¿Cómo está? Dos cerveza, por favor. Let's see. Connor says, also be much harder to land any decent number 9, let alone Harry Kane, if we're not in the Champions League. Yeah, true. No lag, no more. Lovely. Working itself out. Good stuff. Happy days. What county are you from? I'm from Kilkenny. Ala Madrid says hype. Oh, Real Madrid. Yeah, get your score predictions in. Vamos, says Diego Dargoni. Dargo, get out of my live chat, will ya? Niall is in as well. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining again. Look, I think it's all clear on who we're shouting for today. So let's see what happens. Kareem says, up Real Madrid. So stick with us, guys. If you're new to the channel, keep smashing the like button. Hit the follow button if you're new. Anybody on TikTok, if you want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube. We've got the scoreboard on the screen, the timer, all of that kind of stuff. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Head over there, hit subscribe, get in the chat, and let me know you come over from TikTok. You support Real Madrid these days. I support anybody that's playing against Manchester City, especially when they're going for a treble and they've got a good chance of fucking winning it as well. So that's why. Arsenal fan, need Madrid to do us a massive favour. Yeah, maybe so. Hola, vamos. Hey, 2 double vodkas, lively, kid. I'd love to be sitting down now in O'Sullivan's having a nice crisp beer. But anyway, Madrid will do it again, says Pape. Look, I think Real Madrid are a better team than they were last year, but I also think Man City are a better team than they were this time last year. So, look, I think it's going to be a really good game. I really do. Obviously, the two main men, you're talking about Haaland and Benzema, but I think the midfield is going to have a massive role in the scoreline here tonight. Obviously the Modric and Kroos and Camavinga for Real Madrid. Then you have your Rodris and your De Bruynes and your Gundigans for City. I think that's going to be a huge battle in there. I really do. Do you have the potatoes ready for half time? No. Potatoes are only for United games. I don't waste potatoes on Real Madrid. And I'm watching me figure after a few days away on holidays as well. So let's see. Chris is going 5-2 to Real Madrid. Oshin says, see United bidding 53 million from Kim for Kim. Apparently, be surprised if he left Napoli. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Napoli get on. Obviously, they won the Scudetto for the first time in 33 years. And I think publicly, obviously, they're coming out and saying that, no, we're not going to sell, Victor Osimhen. He's obviously the main one that other teams are looking at. And, I think if you lose Victor Osimhen, which I do think they will this summer, then all of a sudden other players are going to go, well, why aren't you letting me leave? And then there's transfer requests handed in, and then all of a sudden Napoli are probably not even in the Champions League in 2 years' time, or for example, But it'll be interesting, and that's where United could jump in. I mean, he does have the he does have the release clause in his contract until the end of June, I think. It runs out at the end of June. So if someone will trigger it. They really will. John says, well, Jack, we missed those potatoes the last few United matches. Hope Madrid can do a 3-2. Oshin says, every time I see Erling, I just want to cut his gammy man bun. Might be lengthy, but does look fair, gammy. Yeah. He looked even worse when he let it down a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? But yeah. Thanks everybody hitting the follow button, guys. Great to see so many people in. Stick with us for the game. We're going to be keeping you up to date on everything happening. What have we got? 1,000 people watching on TikTok, which is fantastic. If you want the full experience, get over to the YouTube channel. We're live over there. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11. All of that is on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Head over there. Hit subscribe. Get into the chat. Let me know you came over from TikTok. Bomb loves the lives. Appreciate it, my friend. Thanks a mil. Much appreciated. So yeah, obviously I can't show the game, but we're up and running, guys. We are up and running. And yeah, really looking forward to this game now. Obviously, come on, Madrid. But City are... yeah, Madrid play out well there. Oh, that's a tough challenge early doors there by Jack Grealish. Straight in on Rodrigo. That's a heavy, heavy challenge. Ref doesn't even give a card. Yeah, I don't think it was a card. It looked a lot worse in real time, but you kind of... that old school mentality, you always get away with the first one, don't you? But so they're saying, just listening to the commentators there, they're saying it's 30 degrees. Given the fact that the roof is still under construction, there's no air kind of getting into the stadium, and that temperatures are up around the 30-degree mark. Kevin De Bruyne is going to look like the Pink Panther in a minute or two. Do-do, 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 do-do. But City starting brightly here, in fairness to him. Jack Grealish now up the left-hand side. Bit isolated, has to go back. Jack Grealish is still hobbling after that challenge he put in. Yeah, he looks hurt. He looks hurt, in fairness to him. Thanks everybody hitting the follow button, guys. Nana, thanks for the follow. Monkey Man, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, guys. Did you go watch the West Ham match? No, I didn't. I was on a golfing trip with some friends for 6 days, so that's why I was gone. But back, refreshed, ready to go. Good early tussle in there between Rudiger and Haaland. It's going to be interesting to see how them two get on against each other tonight as well. David says, come on, Madrid. But it's an early free to Man City now. And it's a chance for Kevin De Bruyne just to pitch one into the box. And he goes short with it. Change the angle. Gundogan then swings it to the back post. Header goes up. Camavinga is there just to clear the lines, but he doesn't do it good. Bernardo Silva. Yeah, City are pressing Real Madrid in really well. Yeah, and eventually Real Madrid get the ball away. Oh, lovely way of getting out there. And Vinicius Jr. is up the left-hand side. Space to run into. Kyle Walker obviously matching with pace, you would think. Ball inside the Benzema. Oh, he just couldn't control it. And City will step away with it. Good opening, 3.5 minutes here. Chippo, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. What games are on? Madrid versus Man City. Champions League semi-final. Here's De Bruyne now down the right-hand side. Wins a corner. Good pressure by Man City early doors here, you would have to say. But Real Madrid got out there beautifully. A lovely little flicked ball around the corner with the outside of the boot by Benzema, and Vinicius Jr. is away down that right hand side. It's going to be another good battle between him and Kyle Walker in terms of pace. And City now have a corner. It's going to be De Bruyne. Outswinger. Oh, free header. Comes to the back post now to Jack Grealish. Stands Toni Kroos up. But ends up going back. City keeping possession. Walker now. Lovely diagonal ball back to Jack Grealish. Edge of the box now to Gundogan. Tries a strike. Takes a deflection. But Real Madrid come away with it. Yeah, and City are pressing him really high. They're dictating here in the early few minutes. Really good start by him. Thanks everybody hitting the follow button, guys. Mark, thanks for the follow. Salute, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. The best watch-alongs is back, says Luke. Appreciate it, pal. Who else is following there? Daniel, thanks for the follow. B, thanks for the follow. Ava, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, guys. Nearly 2,000 people watching. Like I said, if you want the full experience, we've got the scoreboard, the timer, all over on our YouTube channel. We're live over there as well. United Community Channel on YouTube. Link is on my homepage. Head over there, hit subscribe. Get into the chat. Let us know you've come over from TikTok. Yeah, City are dictating here. Really are. And Real Madrid are struggling to get out and get any bit of possession here in the opening 6 minutes. Yeah, I mean, they're... But, I mean, look, in fairness to... Oh, well, now here's Haaland into the box, trying to turn onto his left. Yeah, Toni Kroos does really well and gets a foot in. But again, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players of Man City are just camped on the edge of the box, pinning Real Madrid in. But, I mean, Real Madrid are keeping their composure, in fairness to them, and they've weathered the storm. Who wins the FA Cup, says Damien. I mean, look, City are huge favourites going into it, you would have to say. But look, I mean, a one-off cup final, you never know what could happen, and we'll be crossing our fingers as United fans, but yeah, I mean, it's you have to say City are clear favourites going into it. Which Milan you thinking tomorrow? It's hard to know. I'm probably thinking AC Milan maybe. I know, I think your man Rafael Leao is just doing bits for them as well, but I prefer AC Milan to Inter Milan. I always thought they were just... I always loved the red and black stripes, and yeah, so I'm going to go AC Milan in that one. Damien, thanks for the follow. Are we getting top 4? Are we getting top 4? Look, obviously it's still in our hands, you know what I mean? And I think the fact that we've got 3 home games left. De Bruyne now with a strike. Oh, good save near post by Courtois and offside. The fact that we've got 3 home games out of our last 4 is good for us. It is. And I think, obviously our home form has been has been good, and our away form has been atrocious. So I think for that reason alone, I still think we'll get it. But I think the game on Saturday against Wolves is a huge one, because it's the first game. I think it's the first game since September that United have had a 7-day break in between, or 6 or 7 day break in between. That's how often we've been playing. So obviously that'll be a big help. But I think we need to get the finger out. 4 games, 4 cup finals. I think it's 7 points we need. Corner now to City. Kevin De Bruyne goes back post with it. Yeah, Jack Grealish keeps it in. City keep possession. So yeah, look, I mean, I still think United will get top 4. If they don't, I'll be absolutely devastated. Just Liverpool, after the terrible season they've had, for us to fall away at the last hurdle would just be a nightmare. But look, I mean, it hasn't been easy. I mean, like, there's a lot of United fans I've seen over the last week since I've been away, and I've noticed that there's a lot of the fan base giving out and saying, this is bullshit, we're bottling it, and I mean, but look at the season we've had. Let's take it from most recent to going back. Obviously we're missing both centre backs. We've had the World Cup in between. We'd have the Ronaldo situation. We've had Harry Maguire. All of these kind of things. And Ten Hag is doing an unbelievable job in my opinion. And if he does get top 4, and obviously we have the Carabao Cup in the bag already, and who knows what can happen in the FA Cup final. I think it'll be a brilliant season. It really will. Really will. Guardiola going all out to try win the Champions League. Needs to shake he needs Messi tag. Yeah, I agree with you, Oisín. I agree with you. I think they've got a week's break between the FA Cup final and the Champions League final if they were to get to it, I think. Would you take De Gea out, says Oisín? No, I wouldn't, because he's still a better goalkeeper than what we've got. But in terms of would I sell him, I mean, it all comes down to the conversation Ten Hag is going to have with him. I'm bringing in a goalkeeper in the summer, for example. If Ten Hag says that to him, and you're not guaranteed to be my number 1, and if De Gea doesn't like that, then okay, then maybe it's time to go. But if he wants to stay and he wants to fight for his place, then we need competition, and we need to be getting another goalkeeper in that, could potentially be United's number 1. Martinez and Varane out together is just horrific for United, says Amy. Niall says, shock result for Brighton last night. Yeah, huge shock result for Brighton. And I mean, I think that's Everton. I won't say pretty much safe, but I think Leicester are finished. I think Leicester have they got Liverpool and one of the big teams to play. I think Leicester are done. They're finished. They're going down, in my opinion. We keep playing Weghorst. We will not finish top 4. Says Chris. How does Everton score 5 on Brighton? De Gea just signed onto an extension today, says Amy. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much done and dusted. We've had Harry Maguire, enough said, says Oisín. I said, who would you rather see stay up, Everton or Leicester? Everton for use. Who would I rather stay up? I would probably rather see Leicester stay up, if I'm being 100% honest. I just think Everton have been run so poorly over the last few years that they have that kind of air about them. I don't think they've ever been relegated out of the Premier Division. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I think they're one of the only teams to have never been relegated out of the Premier League. So I would like to see Leicester stay up. I think it would be horrible to see Leicester go down, within, 6 or 7 years after winning the league. And, obviously they've had an FA Cup in the last couple of years as well. So Leeds down 2, says Luke. Yeah, maybe. It's going to be interesting to see how the final games go. So it's going to be a corner here now to Man City. De Bruyne is going to swing it in swinger here. Again, they're going to the back post with it to Bernardo Silva, and back to the far post, and Haaland goes down looking for a penalty. You're never getting that, lad. You're about 7 foot tall. You went down like a sheet in the wind. It's obviously a set play. That's the second time they've tried it. Let's see. Noah is in, says hello. Good to see you, Noah. Connor, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Edward, thanks for the follow. Killian is there as well. Alex, thanks for the follow. Sir Jim Radcliffe or Qatar, says Martin. Here's Haaland now into the box. Strike. Easy enough save. I think Qatar, personally, I think ever since we've seen or heard these reports of Sir Jim Radcliffe keeping the Glazers on for a certain period of time. Here's Jack Grealish now on the edge of the box. Goes wide to Bernardo Silva. Let's see. Chris says, would you take Tielemans on a free or buy Maddison? I would certainly take Tielemans on a free. Absolutely, I would. Maddison, it would depend on how much he would cost. Oh, Haaland at the back post with a header, easy enough save. Look, it depends on how much it would depend how much Maddison will cost. I think Maddison is a decent player, yeah. I think there's better out there. But I certainly would take him. It would all depend on the price, though. It would all depend on the price. Real Madrid now with a bit of possession on the edge of City's box for the first time. Cross goes in, and it's easy enough away. Let's see. Oshin says, before the World Cup, I'd have loved Tielemans, but not since then. Maddison too injury prone, and we have better players in his position. Autocorrect killed that comment. Yeah, I got it. I got the gist of it. Chris got a new badge. Yeah. What you can do there, Chris, is you can click on the $ and maybe it's only on desktop, and you can let everybody know how many months you've been here for, and then we can give you a shout out for it. Maddison 40 mil. 40 mil. You'd probably get a Casado for 40 mil. Like, I think he's probably a better player. But yeah. All good? Alright. I'll bring the dog once the usual little interaction there between the two of us mid live has to be done as usual. Last team backed by Qatar. I'm not even going to repeat that. Luke. Oh, Benzema's in. Oh, Ederson is well out. Chris, thanks for the 6 months, man. You're in your second trimester. You certainly are. You're at the end of your second trimester, coming into your third. Great to see so many people in on TikTok as well, guys. If you're new to the channel, do hit the follow button. We do daily Manchester United content, watch along, all of the watch alongs throughout the season, except for when I'm playing golf in Spain, of course, and all of that good stuff. So make sure you're hitting the follow button. Daniel says, Ten Hag out, get him out. Daniel's an idiot. Complete idiot. But anyway. Come on, the booters. On the blues, says Mick. How we doing, Mick? No way we get Casino for 40 million. They want 80 for him. Oh, yeah, he's still probably twice the player, though. What happened to David De Gea? Butterfingers on Sunday, says Paul. Yeah, look, He has it in him, doesn't he? He really does. Oh, John Stones. Oh, referee waves it on. He goes down on the edge of the box, maybe just inside. Here's Jack Grealish now. Goes back to the edge. Gundogan with a strike, high and wide. Chris says no tan. I do have a tan. It's just my camera costs €140. That's why. I'm getting a new one for €1,000 in the off season though. So you'll see it then. Spend first day or two is SPF 30, then drop it down to 15. So do you think United will get top 4, says Eddie? I think so. I think the fact that we've got 3 home games left out of the 4, I think it'll stand us in good stead. I don't think Liverpool will pick up 9 points out of their last 3 games either, to be quite honest with you. So yeah. Bring in a proper manager like Luis Enrique, says Daniel. Daniel, just give over, will ya? Look at what Ten Hag has been working with this season and all of the shit he's had to deal with. You know what I mean? Every United fan at the start of the season would have took a trophy and top 4. We have a trophy and we're 7 points away from retaining or from getting into the top 4. I mean, what more do you want? It's the worst opinion I've ever heard, to be quite honest with you. Corner now to Man City, easy enough away. Refereeing all over is so poor, says Chris. Yeah, I mean, that's I didn't see a replay of it there now, but it certainly did look like a free on the edge of the box, but I could be wrong. Harvey says, hi mate, I hope we can make top 4. I think we'll be alright. I'm not worried just yet. Let me put it that way. I'm not worried just yet. But if we don't win on Saturday, I'll be worried. Big time. It may be a little bit glitchy, guys. I don't know what to do. It was totally fine. Look, we'll just give it a minute. Let's see what happens. I really hope we get top 4, not because of Liverpool, but because of Marley and Paddy Murphy. Jeez, them boys right in my head, says Niall. Well, I hope we get it for players we can sign. I don't care about Liverpool or Liverpool fans, and they're obviously entitled to do what they want. A lot of them tend to do more videos about United than they do about Liverpool, so that's okay though. I just wanted to get into top 4 simply for the transfer window and so we can attract better players. That's all. But see, you're dominating possession here. They're just passing it left and right. Real Madrid fans are getting a little bit uneasy. The whistles are starting to come out. Let's see. Going to the Wolves game, we need them 3 points. Yeah, we certainly do. Certainly do. Carl says, at Old Trafford, it's a different game. No doubt we'll win our 3 home games. Hope so. I think it's 7 points we need, isn't it? So, look, 3 points on Saturday will go a long way. Can't wait for this communion to be over. I've every room in the house painted. Oh, Jesus. And John said, would you take Rice? I would take Rice, but I wouldn't take him for 120 million like Real Madrid or like West Ham want. Absolutely no way. 120 million is just daylight robbery. Daylight robbery. Marley says Man City are going to win the league, but Man United are finishing in the Champions League next year. Amy says I'd take Mbappe over Rashford. I wouldn't. No way. Welcome back, says Darren. Appreciate it, pal. Oh, great ball in by Vinicius Jr. And between Diaz and Ederson, they got it away, and Benzema was coming in right behind him for a tap in. And it was a mistake out of City. It was a mistake out of Rodri. Vinicius Jr. puts a lovely little ball in between. And it's a good challenge there by Diaz. Casito over Rice all day, says Luke. Yeah, I mean, that's the other option. You know what I mean? And you'd get him for a hell of a lot cheaper. What's your opinion on our club legend, David De Gea? I think he needs some competition next season. We can't allow it to go on the way it's going on, where he basically has no competition for his place. Every spot needs competition. Every spot. And, you know, like, he makes a mistake like he done during the week, and you know, the other goalkeeper that's challenging him for the position should be there to come back in, but we don't have a goalkeeper to do that, really. So, you know, I think that's the most important thing during the summer, that we put that right. So yeah. Rice is about a 20 million player, says Ushin. Looks good at West Ham. John says Rice doesn't do enough for me for that price. Chris says, I've also noticed we do not cross the ball in front of goal mouth ever. No one makes the runs that they should. Yeah, we don't have that. We really don't have that number 9, that fox in the box, don't we not? And, you know, we've got good crossers of the ball. Like, Jadon Sancho is a good crosser of the ball. Anthony is a good crosser of the ball. Rashford is a good crosser of the ball. We just don't have anybody in there, you know, ready to just smell the danger and try and nick the goal. You know, we really don't. Apparently we are linked to Neymar, says Harvey. Listen, I don't think Ten Hag would allow Neymar to come anywhere near the club. I really, you know, I know he's, you know, we don't know what's going to happen with new ownership coming in. They might take over the reins as, you know, in terms of transfers and dictate who we buy. And I think if that is the case, Ten Hag is probably not going to stick around too long. But I don't think Ten Hag would want anything to do with Neymar. Ten Hag likes team players, and he likes, you know, strong mentality players with fight and hunger, and Neymar doesn't have any of that. He has unbelievable skill, but apart from that, I think he's got a terrible attitude. He's got no hunger or desire about him. If he did, he would never have gone to France. Gundogan down here with a head injury. A Madrid from Indonesia. We were only losing because we needed your lucky taters. There you go. There we go. Todd Bowley will buy Neymar, says Chris. Probably, yeah. Probably give him a 15-year contract as well. Not a lot in it, to be honest. Shaw's playing well in centre, but we're missing his overlapping run, says Niall. Alex says apparently United are looking at Onana from Inter since he played under Eric Ten Hag at Ajax. Marley says we're doing better without Harry Maguire. Amy says back to ref for stopping Real Madrid running to the Man City side. Liam says not watching the Eurovision, Jack. No, absolutely not. I would rather watch... Oh, I don't know what I'd rather watch. I'd rather watch anything. We all blame Jack for the losses, says Chris. Where have you been? I've been on holidays, Chris. Getting some sunshine. Carl says I'd rather sign Glenn Whelan instead of Neymar every day of the week. Chris says no TikTok watch along. We got nothing. No potatoes. Yeah. Just enjoying the sun and enjoying some cerveza. Where did you go? I went to a place called La Cala de Mijas. It's on the Costa del Sol. We went on a golfing trip. It was lovely. Ten Hag out. Another idiot in the chat. Lucky you missed the West Ham game. I was kind of half watching it on the way home. But yeah. They do Smittix in Spain, says Luke. Nah, they don't. Well, you could probably get it maybe in an Irish bar here or there, but it would be disgusting. Was drinking Estrella. There's Madrid coming down the right-hand side now. Yeah, I mean, they're struggling. Madrid, I have to say, although City give it back to him. They're crossing into the box. Vinicius Jr. just over his head, and City will get possession on the far side. Modric now run down the right hand side. Yeah, good tackle. Good tackle by Rodri. Yeah, I mean, Madrid are struggling to create, and it's all City. It really is. City look comfortable in possession. Madrid look like they're forcing it when they get it, and City are turning it over quite easily. But just kind of waiting for someone to throw that first punch. Chris says, coming to the States for the tour. Absolutely not. I'm not made of money. I am not. I would love to. Don't get me wrong. Jesus, I would love to. But no. I can't put it down as a business expense just yet. Maybe in another couple of seasons. Brian is in. Good to see you, Brian. Doing well. Hope you're doing good. Ali, thanks for the follow. Madrid go short of the corner. Comes to Modric. Crosses in with his left. Good ball in and a good header away by Kyle Walker. Luke says, way Ten Hag dealt with Ronaldo lets him stay for at least 5 years without winning a game. Yeah. Appreciate everybody in the chat, guys, on TikTok. Great to see so many people in. If you're new to the channel, keep smashing the like button for us. Let's try to get the 5,000 likes before half time. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times. If you're new to the channel, do hit the follow button as well. Daily content, all of the watch-alongs throughout the season. Make sure you're hitting the follow button on the road to 40,000 followers. Oh, great ball in. Benzema's here. Oh, I think it hit his arm. Hit his arm. Yeah, hit his arm. It's a handball, free out. The Deals version of Mark Goldbridge says, Connor, you need to learn how to spell first and foremost if you're going to slag anyone, you numpty. Brian says, I'm good. 2. How many points will United get in the last 4 games? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the league table here and see. Let's have a look. United, matches to go. Wolves, I'll be hoping for 3 points out of that. I mean, Jesus, we should beat Bournemouth away. I'd say we could. I'd say 10. I'd say we should get 10 points out of 12. 10 points out of 12, I'd say. Here's Camavinga now coming up the left-hand side. Vinicius Jr. now with a strike. Oh, it's 1-0 on Madrid. Ala Madrid. That Vinicius Jr. is some player. Oh, against the run of play. City have dominated for 35 minutes. And Real Madrid have done nothing. And this young lad just gets the ball at his feet. You can't give him space. Oh, he is some player. You cannot give that kid space. I see he back off, and he's, what is he? He's 23 yards out, I'd say. Oh, he just unleashes a right-footed strike. And is it near post he goes? But the power he generates just does the business for him. Nobody closes him down. Goes near side. Ederson hasn't got a hope. Power takes it home. 1-0 to Real Madrid. I tell you one thing, you just do not count out Real Madrid in this Champions League. Never. You never count out Real Madrid in this Champions League. Happy days. Fantastic. Pick it out and clean it, City, says Callum. Right, here's one for the United fans in the group, or in the chat, right? And you let me know here. Would you prefer Manchester City getting to the Champions League final? Because obviously us going into the FA Cup final a week before, City would probably have their minds on the Champions League final the following week. Or would you prefer Real Madrid to knock out City in the semi-final, and then obviously the FA Cup final would be the last game of the season for them, and they'd be fully concentrating on that? What would you prefer? Yeah, I think there's a lot of people saying the same thing that I would have said. Here's Benzema now, gets to the end line. Ah, poor cross. Yeah. Get him. A lot of people saying get him out as quickly as possible. I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree. I'd say get him out as quick as possible. If Real Madrid can stop that treble, then at least then we don't have to. You know what I mean? So let Madrid knock him out. Although it would be it would be unbelievable if United were to be the ones to stop them winning the treble. I know they obviously would still have the Champions League final the week after, but yeah. Who cares as long as they don't win it? Twigs is in. Good to see you, pal. Nanny, thanks for the follow. User, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. I mean, City now. I mean, they're starting to push a little bit forward, and we've seen once or twice, even since the goal has gone in, they're getting caught a little bit on the counter attack, just a little bit. Still dictating possession and all, but yeah, I think everyone is agreeing they want City out as quick as possible. Let's see. Carl says Camavinga is quality. Shame United never got him in the end. He is. And you know what? He's wasted at left back, Cottle. When he plays in central midfield, I think Real Madrid are a different team altogether. I really do. Oh, De Bruyne out across, back post, goes all the way back to Bernardo Silva. Oh, a little slip ball, Gundogan now. Oh, drills it across the 6-yard box and nobody is there for City. De Bruyne now with the ball back across and it goes for a corner. Were you on a live like 2 weeks ago, says John? I do lives every few days, John, yeah. Ref is letting a lot go, says Martin. So it's 1-0 to Real Madrid, guys. Corner to City, though. About 3 minutes left. Just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. De Bruyne now. Swing it in. Back post. Header down. Free out. Free out. Free out. Free out. Free out. Colin says one Ancelotti eyebrow raise and it's curtains for City. Yep, absolutely. Just that big. David says shame Ramos is not playing for Real Madrid. He could take Haaland out like Salah. I think Real Madrid were smart in letting Ramos go when they did. Age catches up on everybody, you know, and I think from Ramos' standpoint as well, he went out on a high. So it's glitching again on YouTube, guys, is it? I apologise. I don't really know what I can do, to be quite honest. Paul says, I'd like Real Madrid to beat City and we beat City when we play them. That would be nice. It certainly would. We'd finish the season with 2 trophies and City'd only have 1 if that was the case. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Albeit they would have the league. D says, if City don't win the Champions League, do you think it's a bad season for them, even if they win the Prem? Technically, no. I mean, you win the league. There's a bit of argy-bargy here now between Carvajal and... Heavy challenge on Jack Grealish, in fairness. Carvajal, get up, man, you absolute dickhead. What an idiot. What an idiot, boy. What an absolute idiot. Slap on the wrist and he goes down. Idiot. Bum 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 bum. Any updates on the United sales, says David? No, nothing, David. We're still waiting to hear. You know, obviously the Glazers are making their mind up and dragging it on. Reports are suggesting that it is going to be done by the start of the transfer window. Now, the transfer window is opening on the 1st of June, which is, 3 weeks away? So, they better get cracking. I have a sneaky suspicion we could hear probably this week, if not next week, who they choose, you know. And I think, look, obviously everybody has their own opinion on it. I think Qatar is probably the way to go. I really do. I think it's the way to go. Do you think it's time to replace De Gea this summer, says Michael? No, well, he's getting a new contract, Michael. So I think we mentioned it a couple of times already. Just get another goalkeeper in to challenge him. I think that'll be enough. But get a quality goalkeeper in who could potentially take his place if he's not playing well and he's making errors, you know. And there's half time, guys. 1-0 to Real Madrid. Interesting. So, yeah. Callum says, I don't think they will sell, to be honest. I hope I'm wrong, though. I think you are. It's not gone this far, Callum, if they're not going to sell. It's too far gone, man. They're definitely selling. They really are. Yeah, I mean, I think, this has been dragging on since November now, and look, I don't think they would have genuinely put the club up for sale if they didn't want to sell it. I mean, think about it. They bought it for, 700 million? I think it was 200 million of that, or 100 million of that their own money. They took dividends out for 18 years, loaded all of the debt, on all of the loans as debt onto the club, not onto themselves, and they're going to sell it for 6 billion profit. So it's a pretty good deal for them if they do decide to sell. Cottle says Qatar's the way to go and it's not even close. How can we compete with the likes of City and Newcastle with Sir Jim? Yeah. Chris says Ala Madrid. John says, is there a risk that Qatar will push for the big money signing Neymar, Mbappe, etc.? I don't think so, John. And the reason I would say that is that we've seen with PSG that it doesn't work. You know, and obviously the Qataris own PSG and they will know all too well that buying your Mbappes and your Neymars and your Messis and all of these big name players rather than team players doesn't work. And Manchester United is a different model of a football club anyway. You know, you don't need to attract players to Manchester United with massive amounts of money like you would have to with PSG and the French league. So, and I don't think Ten Hag would want that either. And I think whatever owner comes in there is going to understand and realise that Ten Hag is a fucking quality manager. And if he says, I don't want to go that way, then I think he would get listened to 9 times out of 10. I really do. Now, there may be 1 or 2, but look, I mean, I think Ten Hag has proven that he has, you know, he has what it takes in terms of buying the right players for Manchester United, I think. So, what's the score? So it's 1-0 to Real Madrid, guys, at half time. Real Madrid are 1 up. Vinicius Jr. with the goal. Quality goal as well. Luke says, you're a lot older than me. What was the thoughts when the Glazers were originally in? Well, I was only a teenager when the Glazers were buying Manchester United. But I remember the protests. I remember seeing them on TV and all of that, but I wasn't obviously too in depth with it, given the fact that I was only, what was I was 16, was I? Something like that. So, and obviously when you're that age, all you care about is, you know, shifting women and, you know, drinking cans down the river. But, so yeah, I mean, look, I think it's pretty clear that, you know, there's a myth going around from opposition fans that United only protest against the Glazers when they're doing bad. I mean, we were winning leagues for 7 years under Ferguson while the Glazers were owners, and there was protests every year. So I think it's just the time has come for them to go. You know, it's time for a new start, a fresh beginning. You know, hopefully we can. Look, I'm not going to be disappointed if it's Jim Radcliffe. I would prefer Qatar, but Jim Radcliffe is better than the Glazers. Jim Radcliffe is going to be running Manchester United, not the Glazers, you know. And he, you know, according to these reports, that if the Glazers are staying, they're only staying for a limited period of time until these certain class of shares can be bought and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to be hugely disappointed if it's Jim Radcliffe. I would prefer Qatar, obviously, because it's the easy, you know, it's, I'm not going to say it's the only way to compete with the likes of the Newcastles and the Cities and the PSGs of the world, because I think United's revenue and the fan base and the global reach it has and the money it generates on its own, I think we can, you know, we've been spending more money than City over the last 10 years, I think, or very close. It's very similar, you know, and we just haven't spent it well. We haven't got state-backed ownership in the last 10 years, and they have, and we've matched them in terms of spending power. We haven't spent it well, they have. That's the difference. So I'm not going to be overly disappointed if Jim Ratcliffe becomes the new owner. He's a smart businessman. He's from Manchester and he's a Manchester United fan. Now I know everyone's going to say, oh, he had a Chelsea season ticket. Yeah, but who gives a fuck? He lived in London. If I lived in London, I would have a season ticket to fucking Fulham or Millwall or West Ham or something like that. Doesn't mean I support them. It just means, all right, I'm not going to go up to Manchester every week to the game. I can just go to the team down the road. So, look, I wouldn't be overly worried about that either. We're just showing the goal here again. I mean, it's a brilliant goal. What a goal. Jesus. Gets his knee over the ball, head down, power through. Power mode. Power thirst. Nidge says, don't need any more Pogbas, just good badge players that want to play for the Red Devils. You hit the nail on the head, Nidge. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stephen says, why weren't you live for the last 2 United games? I'm autistic and don't like change. Well, Stephen, I was away on a golfing trip with some friends, so that's why. But I'm back. We back, baby. Then you're taking away a fan's chance at watching their team play. In terms, if I owned a season ticket to another, well, look, come on. Take everything with it. It's not a bowl of salt. When you put your fingers like that and it says a pinch, take everything with a pinch of salt for the rest of your life. Just take everything with a pinch of salt. And if you don't know what that means, just look it up. Just telling a story, that's all. Let's see. On a side note, says Chris, fruit pastilles are worldly better than wine gums. Yeah, they're unbelievable, aren't they? I don't have any, but they're unbelievable. They really are. Absolutely unbelievable. Carl says, it's crazy to me how Weghorst scored 20 goals in the Bundesliga season. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Amy says, Jim Ratcliffe bought 2 big companies in the US these past 2 weeks. Luke says, difference between those teams that were taken over were that they were terrible before they got their ownership. Imagine the difference with us. Yeah, good point, Luke. Carl says, Ineos owns Nice, who have not finished in the top 4 of the French league since 2017. Yeah, but I mean, it's Nice. You know what I mean? Who wants to play for Nice? Only problem with Qatar buying United, we will have to pay over the odds for any signing we want. Well, that's not specifically true. You know, if you have a good team in place that are good at negotiating and good at signing and buying players, then I don't think that's true. I mean, name me a player that City have overpaid for. Jack Grealish probably is the only one in the last while. I mean, they got Erling Haaland for 50 million. So I think if you have the right business people in the right areas and the right know-how, I think that's the most important thing. And I think that's what, whoever the new owner is going to be, that's what they have to get right, first and foremost, you know. Thoughts on recent reports on Rice potentially going to United, West Ham on 120 million. We're not going to spend 120 million on Rice, no way. And to be honest with you, I think he'll go to Arsenal, but yeah, I mean 120 million is huge. He's saying that he only kind of wants to go to a top or a Champions League team. You would hope United are going to be one of them teams. He's not going to City. Well, he could go to City, I suppose. They're obviously looking at strengthening their midfield this season as well, with the likes of maybe Gundogan moving on and Bernardo Silva. So I wouldn't write that out either. But, you know, Newcastle are not going to get him. So it would be between United, City and Arsenal. I reckon he'd have his pick, you know. And I think there's an awful lot of pressure as well that will automatically come on an English player, well, an ex-Irish player, now English player, if he does go to a top 4 side. I think the pressure can be a lot more. And I think if he does go for stupid money, like 120 million, then the pressure is going to be on you from the first whistle. It's going to be on you. And if you have a poor game, you know, here we go. I mean, there was lads saying it about Anthony. What did he score? Did he score 3 in his first 3 or something like that for United? And then he didn't score for 2 games and people were saying he was a waste of money. I mean, you know what I mean? So he'll come to Liverpool, so we're getting 4th. Alright, Pat. Alright. Okay. Even if he did get 4th, why would he go to Liverpool? Playing with Jordan Henderson, trying to cover for him and Fabinho. Be a waste of time. Let's see what people are saying on YouTube here. Arsenal won't pay that, says Chris. Amy says, this young generation is selfish anyways and have no sense of teamwork. Shane says, evening man, think they're overpaid. I think they overpaid on Pep, to be fair. No Champions League is a failure for City. I have to disagree with that because, like, I don't know, I just think league titles, like, obviously City had a couple of league titles before he came in, but what have they won? They've won 4 in 5 years or something like that, or 5 and 6 that he's been there. You know, and then automatically, well, not automatically, but, you know, after a few years of Pep being there, they're up there with, you know, what are they? They're already the 2nd highest league winning club in England after United, I think. So, you know, it's Champions Leagues are a lot harder to win. They really are. And, you know, we see him with United and Ferguson. I mean, Ferguson was there for 26 years and he only won 2. They're hard to win. They're just hard to win. So I still think Pep is going to be one of the greatest managers in history. But I don't know, time will tell in another 5 or 10 years when he does go, you know, whether he was a success. And that can only come from City fans as well. You know, of course United fans are going to be saying, no, he was a failure, sure, he didn't win the Champions League. Of course we're going to be saying that. But ultimately, you know, do City fans care? You know, if a City fan said to me, I don't care, you know, that Real Madrid or that Alex Ferguson was a failure because he only won 2 Champions Leagues in 26 years, I would just tell him to fuck off and I don't care what you're on about because you're an idiot. So, yeah, you know what I mean. Ready to rock and roll now for the second half, guys. Big second half coming up here. Anybody on TikTok, if you want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube as well. We got the scoreboard, the timer, all on the screen. Link is on the homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Head over there, hit subscribe. Let me know in the chat that you came over from TikTok. Background is nice, says Luke. Yeah, got that. You know who we're supporting tonight. What's the scores? 1-0 to Real Madrid, guys. 1-0 to Real Madrid. Second half's just started. Nice bit of skill by Bernardo Silva. See, you've started brightly here. Rodri now edge of the box. Goes to De Bruyne on the right. John Stones. John Stones is stepping out into midfield an awful lot. Oh. Well, great to see so many people in, guys. Everybody hit the follow button if you're new to the channel. Gimme, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Where did you get the Real Madrid? I just took a screenshot off of... I googled it and took the screenshot of it. And just used it as my background. Pepe Stones in midfield, yeah. He's in midfield by the looks of it. Kind of playing a 3 at the back, and then Stones slots into nearly make a back 4 when they lose possession. But it's going to be a corner to Man City here. Here's the Pink Panther now going to swing it in. Go short with it. Easy into Courtois' hands. Arsenal for life is in. Come on, Real Madrid. I see you haven't changed your username back to Arsenal for life, Premier League champions, to 22-23. Yeah, I'm never ever letting you live that down, by the way, ever. Arsenal, you changed your username from Arsenal for life to Arsenal for life, Premier League champions, 22-23. Wow. Wow. Luke says, when are you next in Dublin? I don't know, Luke. No plans to go to Dublin anytime soon, but is Grealish playing? He is, yeah. He's doing alright in fairness to him as well. John is back. Good to see you, John. Oh, okay, tired. You would say with Real Madrid here, you know, I mean, them playing at home, I mean, would they be happy with a 1-0 win? Taking it to the Etihad next week? I don't know. Oh. But yeah, I don't know if they'd be happy with a 1-0 win. Or if they'd want more. I really don't. Real Madrid linking up well here down the left-hand side. Oh, it's lovely play. Benzema's in. Strike. Oh, what a block. Great block out with John Stones there. A brilliant, brilliant compilation of passes down the left-hand side. And I mean, it's really close work. And Benzema finds himself in on his left foot with a strike. John Stones, yeah, gets a slight toe on it. Gets it over the bar. Corner to Real Madrid here. What's the badge behind you? Real Madrid. Corner now. Swung in. Ederson is out to punch. Benzema will keep it in on the far side. Yeah, I mean, Real Madrid keeping it really nicely now. Here's Vinicius Jr. on the left. Goes one-on-one with Rodri. Rodri big and strong. I mean, players just lie down now and get free kicks, like. Camavinga is a good player. Yeah, he is a good player. Very good player. Luke says, yeah, but the atmosphere at the Etihad would be scary. Oh, yeah, it'd frighten the life out of a lot of us, wouldn't it? You'd hear a pin drop in that Etihad, so you would. Has Haaland had any chances yet? Has he had any chances? Not that I can remember. Oh, he had one shot early on, but it was a poor enough one. Oh, here's De Bruyne. He's in here, 1-on-1. Oh, what a save! What a save by Courtois, and the flag stays down. Looked offside, but the flag stays down, and it's an unbelievable save out of Courtois here. Let's have a look. Oh, I think he was on. Really, really tight, but it would have gone to VAR, but De Bruyne is in 1-on-1. He narrows the angle a little bit for himself and gives Courtois the advantage, and he spreads himself. Just gets a strong right hand on it. Brilliant save. He's after hurting himself a little bit. Yeah, I mean, Madrid look a little bit more comfortable in possession in this second half, and Ancelotti has clearly had a word with him at half time. They're linking up a lot better. They're keeping possession better. They're frustrating City a lot more. It's exactly what you want when you have a 1-0 lead as well, really. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that is a foul. I mean, Vinicius Junior tries to chip the ball over Rodri, and Rodri just gives him a shoulder while the ball is in the air. It is a foul. He just... sorry, I'm listening to Steve McManaman here and the commentary, and he's just so bloody annoying. KDB, clear of Fred, they said. Nah, not a hope. Fred, bye. Fred the Red. Fred, so good to name the mascot after him. Here's De Bruyne now on the edge of the box. Left footed strike. Easy enough save. No love lost between those two after Courtois slept with De Bruyne's girlfriend. Oh, did he? Jesus, I didn't know that. Here we are talking scandal here on the United Scandal channel. Do you think Ronaldo will go back to Real Madrid, says Rico? No, I don't think so. I think Ronaldo's career is about to end. I have a feeling. He wants out of Saudi Arabia now. They're giving him 135 million a year. 135 million a year they're giving him. And he wants out. You know what I mean? Here's Haaland. He's in. Left foot. Oh, what a block. What a brilliant block there out of Alaba. And when Haaland gets in that side on his left foot, it's just goal. But Alaba gets his angles right. Yeah, does really well. Gets a foot in. Gets a block, and it's a corner to City. Good defending. Do you think De Gea will leave this summer, says Rashid? No, I don't think so. He's getting a new contract. He's ready to sign it. Corner now taken short again. Yeah, too deep. Out for a goal kick. Courtois doing God's work, says Cottle. City get rattled so easy, just like their manager. Madrid calm, like theirs, speaks for itself. Yeah, that's a great point, Luke. Guardiola jumping all over the touchline, and Ancelotti just standing there with a raised eyebrow. Rico says Ronaldo is the best player in the world. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not the best player in the world. David says, where on earth have you been? You've not been on for any of the United games recently. Yeah, missed 2 United games, David. Was on a golf trip with some friends in Spain. So, yeah, just took 5 days off. You know what I mean? Where the fucking hell have you been? If the Big Six weren't a thing, who'd you root for? West Ham. Good to see you. Thought you were poorly. Appreciate it, David. Appreciate it, pal. All this De Gea shite. Why can't we just sort Rashford out with a new contract first? He'll sign a new contract. I just think he's waiting to see what the deal is with new ownership and all of that kind of stuff and getting players in. He'll sign a new deal. Rodrigo now. Vinicius Jr. Oh, into a bit of space. Left foot strike. Oh! Jeez, a couple of touches on the way through and Real Madrid have a corner here. Real Madrid go short with it now. Edge of the box to Modric. Rodrigo turns onto his right, strike, and goes for another corner. Manchester United taking over by new owner soon. Hope so. Who's playing better? Says Noodles. Well, Real Madrid are certainly playing better in the second half here. First half was City. Second half has been Real Madrid so far. Madrid go short with it again now. Edge of the box. Toni Kroos with a strike. Still there. Vinicius Jr. Oh, runs out of room. Yeah, gets another corner out of it. Good training ground routine there. John Stones with a brilliant block again. He's playing well tonight. Keeps his arms behind his back. Eskerton says, must be a 10-second lag in the States. I always know when they score before I see it. Satellites, man. Corner now to the edge of the box. Valverde with a strike over the bar. Favourite pundit? If you don't say Brian Kerr, I'd be disappointed. I don't like Brian Kerr at all. I think he's a knob. I met him once, that's why I don't like him, and he was quite rude. So, Roy Keane is probably my favourite because he just talks sense. You know what I mean? Modric world class. Yeah, he's been quiet enough tonight though. Can you show the screen? No, I can't. Jimmy Dunn says you're definitely a Kilkenny man. I certainly am, Jimmy boy. Certainly am. Certainly am. Good to see ya. Chris says Kate Abdo is the best. She's not a pundit though. I know what you're saying, but she's a presenter rather than a pundit. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Benzema now in down the left hand side. Squares it. Oh, they're looking for a huge call for handballs here. Huge calls for handball here. I don't think it was handball at all now. I really don't. Let's have a look. Oh, it does hit his arm. Yeah, but his arms are kind of by his side. But Real Madrid are putting all the pressure on City now. Oh, lovely ball. Benzema now, edge of the box, bit of space. Little overlap. Oh, the pass is poor. Walker will come away with it. Ooh. Just burped there and I burped up a bit of mint arrow. Mint arrow is another one. Unbelievable, by the way. Another stupendous confectionery. Luke says, thoughts on Biddy Early's? A shithole. No, Biddy's is good crack. Biddy Early's is good crack. De Bruyne now cross to the back post, too deep. Biddy Early's is alright. It's alright. Score is 1-0 to Real Madrid, guys. 1-0 to Real Madrid. Mickey says, were you ever in Cavan? I was. I've been in every county in Ireland. Every one of them. All 32. I used to deliver garden sheds nationwide. I used to make the garden sheds and deliver them nationwide, so I've been in every county in Ireland. I'm a well-travelled man. You're more of a left bank man, I reckon, says Jimmy. I fucking worked in the left bank for 4 years. So I did 3.5 years. Jesus. I wouldn't go into it now if you paid me. Just a nice quiet pub now. With some good conversation. Not too loud. And a nice comfortable seat. And a couple of creamy pints of Guinness. And I'm happy. Don't be going down that town anymore. Corner now. Modric going to swing it in here. Deep to the back post. Rudiger heads it back across. But City will come away with it. De Bruyne is making a run. Oh, he can't pick him out. Good defending. Oh, Modric is free down the right now if he can pick out someone. Pulls it to the edge. Rodrigo looking for some space. Back to Modric. Camavinga. Benzema. Strike is blocked. Ah, what a touch by Vinicius Jr. That kid is class. He's looking for a handball here as well. Oh, there's big calls for a handball here. Nah, that's never a penalty. His hand is tucked into his chest. Nah, you're never getting a penalty for that, I'm afraid. Is this your full-time job? No, it's not. It's not. Can't show the game, guys. Can't show the game. Man City down the right-hand side there now. Yeah, I think the ref is after making a good decision there. I think Tony Kroos took a dive there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a good decision out of the referee, I have to say. I think the referee is doing well tonight. I have to say, he's getting... Like, Madrid are after calling for 2 penalties now for handballs. He didn't give him. He's after waving away that because it was a dive and he got it spot on. I think he's doing alright now, in fairness to him. Here's De Bruyne now down the right hand side. Poor cross, not like him. Camavinga will come away with it. Poor pass inside though. Goes all the way to Grealish over on the left. Gundogan on the spin. Edge of the box. De Bruyne with the strike! 1-1! There it is. There's the equaliser. And again, like the first half, Man City score against the run of play, just like Real Madrid did in the first half. The first half was all Man City and Real Madrid get the goal, and the second half has been all Real Madrid and City get a goal against the run of play. It's 1-1 and it's game on here in the Bernabeu with 25 minutes or so to go here. Huge 25 minutes to go. Have some of that. Just head down. Ball comes to him on the edge of the box. Head over the ball. Foot through it. Keep it low. 1-1. Great goal. Probably comes from Camavinga's cross or Camavinga's pass inside. Real Madrid are losing their heads a little bit here, and Ancelotti is doing the same, which is unlike him. They're saying that the handball should have been given down the other end 30 seconds before the goal, and look, we've seen the replays. It's not a handball. You know what I mean? It really isn't. And Kevin De Bruyne, the Pink Panther, gets it. Goal stands, we're underway. Is away goal still going? No, Luke, away goals don't count anymore. We've got a game on our hands though. Yeah, I mean, the next 5 minutes are going to be very important here. They really are. Whether Real Madrid kind of lose their heads and or City sit back, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Any bookings in the game? Not that I can recall. I'm sure there has been. I think someone got a book. I think did Tony Kroos get a booking early on, I think. Lovely ball by Tony Kroos. Now cross into the box. Headed away. Oh, and Gundogan brings down Carvajal right on the edge of the box, and he's booked. Oh, is he booked? He gets a yellow card or no? He mustn't be booked. Yeah, he just turns on it. Didn't realise Carvalho was there and gives him a kick in the knee. And it's a free kick now in a really good position for Real Madrid here if they can take advantage. Thanks everybody for hitting the follow button as well, guys. Much appreciated. Anybody new to the channel, do hit the follow button. On the road to 40,000 followers. If you're new to the YouTube channel, please do hit the subscribe button as well. Clewen is in from Durban in Africa, South Africa. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. Here we go. Alaba and Tony Kroos standing over it. It's going to be Alaba with the strike over the bar. Big 20 minutes coming here. Big 20 minutes coming up here. Don't do that to me, Cottle. Don't do that to me, man. This is a free to Man City. Good opportunity for them to get a ball into the box now as well. Looks like you're on the Real Madrid throne. Exactly. I sentence you to death. What do you think the score will be, says Curly? It's hard to know. I mean, it's hard to know. If I was to suggest anything, I think City could probably go on and nick a goal before the end of this game. I hope I'm wrong, but here they come now down the right hand side. Kevin De Bruyne crossed into the box, headed away. Camavinga doubles on it. Welcome to Real Madrid Fan TV. Welcome to whoever's playing against City TV. Are you still on your jollier, says John? No, unfortunately not, John. Back in rainy old Ireland. 27 degrees. Out in Spain for 6 days. It was lovely. Another beer? Yes, I'll have another beer. Why not? Oh, lovely ball by Tony Kroos down the right hand side. Carvajal. But it's a throw to City. Who's going to win the league? Probably City, I'd say. Do you think Liverpool will get top 4? No, because that means we won't. So, San Miguel, no, Estrella. And vodka and Red Bull. A beer a hole on the course, says Chris. See, golf in Ireland is a lot different to, say, America, for example. Like, obviously, it's not overly hot in Ireland, so, like, we walk around golf courses. People don't drink on golf courses in Ireland. It's very professional and that kind of stuff. So, obviously, we weren't drinking on the golf course, but then there was a lady going around in a golf cart, selling you beer and chocolate and all of that kind of stuff. So we had, I think, maybe 3 beers going around the golf course. So yeah, it was great. Really enjoyed it now. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Whished. Oh, I guess the ball across and it's cleared. Alfred says, would you rather see City win the treble or the Champions League? Champions League? If they win the Champions League in comparison to the treble, it means they win less trophies. So, Champions League. Do you walk or ride in a cart? Yeah, so we rode we had a golf cart in Spain, obviously, because it's so hot and they're links courses nearly. They're kind of mountain courses, so they're very hilly. So we were driving in Spain, but in Ireland you walk all the time. Back post, Benzema header. Oh, what a save! Oh, great opportunity there from the free kick. Brilliant ball in by Tony Kroos, and Benzema just drifts off the shoulder of, who is it? Rodri or Diaz. Now the angle is tight. He gets the header on target. And Ederson does well not to palm it out into more danger, but to put it out, kind of parry it away from goal. Camavinga gets a yellow card there. First touch was poor and leaves the studs in. Where did you get the logo from, says Patrick? I just got it off. It was, I googled Hala Madrid, and that was one of the pictures that came up. Screenshot. So yeah, that's where I got it from. It's good, isn't it? Hala Madrid tonight. Just over 10 minutes of normal time to go, guys. City in possession now. Just coming into Real Madrid's half. City just keeping the ball. Oh, jeez, just as I say that, Rodri kicks it out, but Chris says, sometimes here in Florida, they give you a small cooler for refreshments, and then the cart girl drives around. Cooler usually holds 6 to 8. There we go. We have a course here that has the big skateboard type golf carts. Everyone rides solo. Very good, very good. We need Real Madrid to win this leg because City might trash them at the Etihad, says Avine. Yeah, look, I mean, Real Madrid can just turn it on in the Champions League. They really can. So, let's see what happens. Brian says, did you ever play soccer? I did. I played for 25 years. So I did. City just dominating possession now. Real Madrid are sitting back further and further. Nearly as if they're happy to see out this draw. But, I mean, Vinicius Jr. is trying to make something happen. And still does. No, don't play anymore. Play Night Owls. Just pub league. But, yeah, that's all. And play golf. Did you play professional? No, I didn't. No. I didn't. No. Just local football. Local club. Freebooters. Played for a few clubs locally. But Freebooters were my main club. I played with them for 20 years. Do you know the old Callan Road? I certainly do. I grew up only around the corner from it. Liverpool for top four? Nah. Cross is off now for Camavinga. We had the Booters Evergreen game at the weekend. I wasn't because I was in Spain and I was travelling back, so I wasn't at it, but yeah. Not the greatest of results if you're a Freebooters fan, I'm afraid. What happened to Man United on Sunday? That was a huge mistake by De Gea. Yeah, it was. Just can't score goals. When Marcus Rashford doesn't score, we don't win. It's as simple as that. Madrid now pinning City back a little bit here. Oh, Modric now, edge of the box. Haaland is back there, just shields him out. Oh, it's a free. And it's a yellow card for Bernardo Silva right on the edge of the box. 5 minutes to go, less than 5 minutes to go. If Pep doesn't win the Champions League, I'd say next 3 years will Pep cut ties and walk. Jesus, 3 years would be a long stretch without winning it. I would go as far as saying if he doesn't win it this year, he could nearly go. Would he? I don't know. Free kick now, Modric to take. Just chips one in. And the header goes away and it goes out for a corner. Rudiger getting the crowd going 1-1. 4 minutes to go. Modric is off for Nacho. Nacho cheese. What do you call cheese that's not yours? Nacho cheese. So yeah, 3.5 minutes to go. Corner now. It's going to be an in-swinger here. Near post. Oh, good header away by Diaz. Dangerous one, kind of in under the crossbar. You doing the United game at the weekend, says Craig? I certainly am, Craig. I'll be live from 2:30 on Saturday for United. Big game. Wolves. Cork City looking for a manager, Oisín, are they? The gangster manager. They'd have to throw on the bucket hat going down for the interview. So I went to college in UCC. You'd have to give it to me, sure. Ricey's in. I think you could slip from top 4. Well, we could. Anything is possible, lad. But I think the 3 home games that we have, the fact that we're playing at home in 3 of the last 4, I think it'll probably help us scrape over the line. But again, in saying that, I mean, Liverpool, they've had 6 wins on the bounce now. So they've come into a good vein of form. But I mean, they're not guaranteed to win their last 3 games either. They've got Villa. I know Villa is in Anfield. But I still think we'll get to... If we fuck up on the weekend, I'll start to get worried. But I think the fact that we're playing at home... Boycotting Jack this weekend for leaving us for 2 games. He missed me. Don't be letting on now. Real Madrid coming forward here now. Switch to the left. Nacho. Vinicius Jr. Carvajal, Valverde. Back to Carvajal. Camavinga. Benzema. Tchouaméni! Oh, what a save! Oh my God, that would have been a worldie. It was a worldie of a save. What a strike and what a save. Benzema just lays it off and he has no backlift on it. Big strong arm. Now Edison is well placed so he doesn't have to overstretch for it. Here we go now. Another cross into the box to the back post. Headed away. Comes to Vinicius Jr. Strike is blocked. Cleared up into the air. Not much distance on it. Oh, City can break, can they? Oh no, Real Madrid have players back surely. Big long ball. Courtois' ball. What do we got? 2.5 minutes left. But anyway, good ending to it here. Sets it up nicely for next week. So it does. Really sets it up nicely now. Oh, lovely ball down the line to Camavinga. Has got a bit of space here. One-on-one with John Stones. Oh, sends him for a bag of chips. But Kyle Walker is there, just doubling up with his teammate. Real Madrid putting the pressure on in the final minutes here. Oh, Camavinga slips at the wrong moment. De Bruyne is away. He's got... Nah. Right, Real Madrid are back in possession. You could see what he was trying to do, getting around the corner for Haaland. City were putting everyone besides Haaland and De Bruyne behind the ball. No one really supporting. Obviously, they don't want to concede late on here either. Ever thought of replacing Jeff Stelling for next season? Says Benny. Jeez, I don't know if I don't know if I'd have the lung capacity for it. Vinicius Jr. now looking to make something happen. Gets it wide to Carvajal. Oh, jeez, he nearly breaks his own ankle trying to... Camavinga now gets it wide. Nacho looking for a strike. Takes a deflection. Oh, and Ederson gets it. That should be it, guys. That should be it. There's the full-time whistle, guys. 1-1. Good game. Really good game. To let everybody know, guys, we are going to be back tomorrow evening. I'm going to be doing a Manchester United news show tomorrow night from 7:30 or 8 o'clock. 7:30 or 8. I'll let you know, or just keep an eye. So if you're not following me on Instagram, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, make sure you're checking them three out, because I'll be obviously posting there whenever we're live and all of that kind of stuff. So make sure you're liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. We're going to be doing a United news show. Obviously, because United haven't got a midweek game this week, we're going to fill the gaps. We're going to do some evening news shows. And we're going to have our members only chat then on Thursday night as normal. If you want to become an official member, link is in the description of the video on YouTube. Go check it out. So we'll be back tomorrow night for that. We'll do the members only then on Thursday, and then we'll of course have we might do another news show then Friday, and then of course United are playing on Saturday as well. So busy couple of weeks left for United. What have we got? 3 weeks left, 4 weeks left. And so it's going to be a busy few weeks, and then bang, we're straight into the transfer window. Going to be doing daily news shows, transfer talk shows, all of that kind of stuff on YouTube. So anybody on TikTok, if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you click subscribe. Link is on my homepage. Just click the YouTube button, hit subscribe. You don't even have to leave TikTok to do it. Really help us out. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate it. Anthony, thanks for the gift as well. Much appreciated. But appreciate everybody watching, guys. We'll be back tomorrow evening.